The Xiaomi Pad 5 marked the company's return to the Indian tablet market, and now Xiaomi has launched the successor of the Pad 5. This is the Xiaomi Pad 6. Hello everyone, I'm here for Fiiber, and in this video let's talk about the good and bad about the Xiaomi Pad 6 and whether the company has made enough improvements to justify it as the worthy successor to the Xiaomi Pad 5. But before we get on with the rest of the episode, consider hitting that red subscribe button for detailed tech videos and also turn on the bell so that you don't miss any of our latest updates. With that said, let's get started. Now, as good as the Xiaomi Pad 5 was, people were just not able to buy the tablet because there weren't enough units of the same in production. However, when Manas recently met the good folks over at Xiaomi, they said the stock situation won't be repeated this time and the company will try and ensure there are enough units available for purchase. But the main question still remains, should you buy the Xiaomi Pad 6 over the Xiaomi Pad 5 as an upgrade, or over the iPad, or even as your first tablet? Should you buy this one? Well, let me try to answer that question for you, but first the basics. What are the upgrades that you are getting here on the Pad 6 over the Xiaomi Pad 5? The Xiaomi Pad 6 gets a full aluminum build. The display is still a 10-bit LCD, but it is brighter this time at 550 nits and now refreshes at 144 Hz. Even the resolution for that matter is slightly better, not that you would make out from the naked eye, because both tablets have exceptionally sharp displays. Then there's the latest MIUI 14 software atop Android 13. Moving on, there's the Snapdragon 870 SoC under the hood with up to 8 GB RAM. And additionally, there's a bigger 8840 mAh battery, Bluetooth 5.2 for faster and more reliable connectivity, and there's now support for QC 4.0 fast charging along with the usual PD 3.0 standard. So these are a good amount of upgrades on the Pad 6 that you're getting on the Pad 6 over the Pad 5, and if Xiaomi manages to price this one right, like how they priced the Pad 5 right when it launched at its time, I think the Pad 6 has every reason to disrupt the Indian tablet market. But let's still talk about the real world performance of the Xiaomi Pad 6. So I'm going to break this review into 4 different categories: design, entertainment, productivity, and accessory ecosystem. Now, I'll be keeping the design segment a bit short because there's not much to talk about here apart from the little yet meaningful upgrades that you get here on the Pad 6 over the Pad 5. So this time around, the latest Xiaomi Pad 6 comes in an all metal construction, and while the size of the display is still 11-inch, the overall footprint of the device is reduced, plus the device is also lighter at only 490 grams. This means carrying around the slim and light slate is easy. It is not at all cumbersome to operate or hold for long sessions, and even with a case or the keyboard that I have used the Pad 6 with, the overall experience of handling the device is manageable. Apart from this, there's IP53 rating on this tablet. You get Gorilla Glass 3 protection at the front, but there's no SIM slot, so you can only use this tablet with Wi-Fi, which actually restricts the usage while traveling. Also note, there's no headphone jack, not that it matters to me since I've accepted life with TWS earbuds, but it could be a deal breaker for some. Like if you're a gamer, then you understand the importance of latency, and when it comes to latency, everyone knows that a wired earphone is like any day better than a TWS earbuds. But again, it doesn't matter to me, but if it matters to you, then that's a thing on the Xiaomi Pad 6. But as a complete package, when we talk about the design, I think this is a step in the right direction, and especially this camera module, guys. This looks like the one taken from the Xiaomi 13 Pro, and it looks dope. More on the camera performance later. Now, the first thing that you see when you hold the Xiaomi Pad 6 in the hand is this gorgeous display up front, which ensures that the multimedia experience that you get with the Pad 6 is pure satisfaction. Spec-wise, this is an 11-inch IPS LCD display with 10-bit colors and a 144 Hz refresh rate. So hardware-wise, Xiaomi has got you covered. Now pair this with one of the loudest and clearest sounding quad speakers, and the Xiaomi Pad 6 is totally mind-blowing, guys. So as I said, this is a gorgeous display as it gets very bright, it is punchy and nearly perfect for content consumption. Yes, The viewing angles are a little iffy, but head on I had a great viewing experience. Plus it comes with all the perks such as Dolby Vision and HDR support, and the slightly wider aspect ratio, if you would notice, also means that I always had more on-screen content, especially while reading. Now, though this might be a minor detail, it does make a difference for me. Another benefit of this aspect ratio is thinner black bars while watching videos. And watching videos again reminds me of the quad speakers, which, as I said, are loud and clear, and I had an amazing time like watching content on the Pad 6 at home. So I watched a bunch of content on Netflix without any headphones, and even with the fans and AC on in the background, the dialogues were clear. The fact that there is Dolby Atmos support here helps with the overall experience. One other interesting feature that I found on the Xiaomi Pad 6 is Video Toolbox. So what this toolbox does is, whenever I open a streaming platform, I can choose different sound profiles to stream content. I can record things directly from here, take screenshots, and even cast it to a bigger screen. But the best part is, if I'm watching a movie that does not have the right sync between the dialogues and music, in that case I can simply ask the tablet to enhance the dialogues. And this works brilliantly. All you need to do is enable it from the settings and give access to the apps you want to use it with. Also, these are dynamic quad speakers, just like the more expensive iPad, so the channels remains the same even when you change the orientation of the tab. Give it a listen. Now, before I close the entertainment section, I also want to talk a bit about gaming, since gaming is also about entertainment, right? So the Xiaomi Pad 6 is powered by the Snapdragon 870 SoC, which is a clear step up from the Snapdragon 860. Now, here are the Antutu and Geekbench 6 benchmarks on your screens right now, and honestly speaking, while I would say the scores are good, they aren't as good as what the OnePlus Pad recorded in its benchmarks. And I'm sure both the tablets will be having a good amount of difference in their prices, but still, the OnePlus Pad will be its closest competitor, at least for now. And so while gaming, yes, the Xiaomi Pad 6 is able to handle any sort of modern day title out there. We tried playing F1 and Asphalt 9 on the slate, and while there were not any issues regarding throttling or frame drops, the tab does get warm around the top right corner over long sessions of gaming, given you are holding the tablet with the camera module in the top left corner. Which brings me to the productivity section. So let's talk about the overall performance of the Xiaomi Pad 6. So performance-wise, I think Xiaomi has really worked on this tablet, as the device could do most things I wanted it to do. It's good for day-to-day use, for reading stuff, browsing the internet, and all that jazz. Now, there were times when I would have 8 to 10 apps, sometimes more, opened on this tab, and it worked like a breeze. Additionally, with the MIUI 14, you get all the basic multitasking features like split window, floating windows, etc. And the overall software experience, if I would say, is fluid on the Pad 6 and optimized well for the larger form factor. But the only problem here is that Xiaomi is not putting any numbers on Android updates, so there is an uncertainty on that part, but you do get 3 years of security patch updates. Now, here are some interesting things that you can do with the Xiaomi Pad 6. For example, you can use a Bluetooth mice and a keyboard and use it like a desktop experience. Or you can get this accessory. This is the Xiaomi. This is the keyboard cover basically, and with this you can also get the laptop-like experience if you wish to, if you invest in this. But what really lifted the level for me was the ability of the Xiaomi Pad 6 to connect with your TV and get a 4K output. Now, this is a first for a Xiaomi tablet, and it works amazingly well. So say if you have to give a presentation at office, then you don't really need to carry your laptop. You can simply plug the Pad 6 with your TV and your job is done. Similarly, if you are at a family gathering, you can show pictures or videos from your tablet onto the big screen. So this is pretty cool and a useful feature. Apart from this, you can also use this tablet to sketch, doodle, and most importantly, take video calls in high quality. So right now I'm recording from the front camera of the Xiaomi Pad 6. This is what the quality looks like. So this is a full HD camera, but I won't call the quality the best quality, but you know, it's still pretty good for doing video calls and meetings and stuff. How does my audio sound? Let me know in the comments. And the best part is that the camera is placed in a landscape orientation this time around. So this is a good addition, but yeah, this is the overall quality. Let me know everything, what you think about it in the comments. At the rear, there's a 13 megapixel camera, which I use for clicking some pictures. Now, if I have to nitpick, yes, the details in pictures are slightly soft. The HDR is off, but I don't expect most of you to use this for clicking pictures with this tablet. Also, the rear does support a 4K video recording, which is great to have, but again, you might not end up using it, so there's that. Now, all of this is aided by a large 8840 mAh battery that lasts for more than a day. So when it comes to battery drainage, when you're using the Pad 6 for usual tasks such as streaming content or reading or browsing, the battery drain is normal. However, the Pad 6 drains battery relatively fast while gaming. For perspective, while a 40 minutes video streaming at high brightness drained about a 9% battery, a 20-minute gaming session consumed nearly 18% battery. That said, the standby time is pretty solid. Moving on, the Xiaomi Pad 6 also comes with a 33-watt charger inside the box, which is an upgrade over the 22.5-watt charger of the Pad 5. And with the supplied brick, it takes a little over 2 hours to fully charge the Xiaomi Pad 6. Now, all the good stuff that I've talked about the Xiaomi Pad 6, all the good things that this tablet can do, can only be implemented if you have the proper hardware support from them, and that's where the accessory ecosystem comes into play. So Xiaomi has launched 3 accessories for the Xiaomi Pad 6. There's a folio cover, there's the folio keyboard cover, and then there's a smart pen too. Now, I have used all the accessories, all the 3 accessories that I just mentioned, and I can confidently say that they work as they are supposed to. So first, the folio cover, which is a basic accessory to protect the device from nicks and scratches. The quality is good and there's nothing much to complain about here. Then comes the smart pen too. Now, this pen works throughout the UI, which is great, and I mostly used it to scribble and take notes. So there are 2 shortcut buttons, one of which allows you to take and edit screenshots, while the other one allows you to take notes directly from the home screen itself. Now, I did notice some latency while interacting with the pen on the screen, but considering the target audience here, if Xiaomi prices this tablet under 30,000 rupees, I don't think there's much to complain about here. Apart from this, the pen connects to the tablet on the side and charges automatically, and it has a pretty good 150 hours of battery life. Now, moving on to the keyboard cover, the one thing I absolutely missed is the lack of a trackpad. Now, in defense, Xiaomi says that you can always connect a Bluetooth mice and a keyboard to the Xiaomi Pad 6. Yes, you can do that, but how will I use a mouse and a keyboard while sitting at the back of a car or inside an airplane? I think that will be a bit cumbersome. So a simple trackpad in the keyboard folio cover would have worked wonders. So I'm just hoping that with the next iteration, Xiaomi just adds the trackpad in the keyboard cover. I think that would be great. But otherwise, I think the keyboard is functional, has a good build. Key travel is great, and the typing experience was rather seamless on this. It also comes with all the shortcuts of a laptop keyboard, so you can use your Ctrl+C to copy, Ctrl+V to paste, and all that jazz. And you can just press the action button, by the way, and you'll get a bunch of keyboard shortcuts. Pretty handy. Summing up, the Xiaomi Pad 5 was a fantastic tablet, and the Xiaomi Pad 6 only builds onto it. Now, of course, it might not be the complete solution yet, as Xiaomi could have used a more recent and powerful chipset, added a SIM slot, and even a trackpad for a foolproof experience. But all of this could also be an answer to this question, that why don't we have good and relatively affordable Android tablets in the market? Well, now you have the answer. The answer is the Xiaomi Pad 6. So out of all the things that I tested it for, the accessory ecosystem is sound, the productivity aspect is solid, and on the entertainment side, it is an ideal for multimedia consumption. Fiiber rates the Xiaomi Pad 6 a solid 8 out of 10, but let me know your thoughts about the Xiaomi Pad 6 in the comments below. And as always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Fiiber. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.